5 quick tips for better mixes. Coming in at number 1 is pay attention to your headroom. Headroom is the amount of space in between the highest peak of your track and 0 decibels. Basically, the more headroom you have, the more control you have throughout your mix, and you don't want to have too much. Typically when you're mixing, I would say about 6 to 8 decibels of headroom is a fair amount to keep yourself open to a bunch of options for dynamics and things of that sort. Alright, number 2, keep in mind what instruments occupy the same frequency ranges. So, say you have a warm saturated guitar and you got a heavy vocal next to it. They're obviously going to occupy somewhat of the same frequency range, so you have to pay extra attention when things like that happen so they can each have their own space so they're not competing with each other constantly. There's tons of ways to go at mixing instruments that occupy the same frequency range. 2 of my personal favorites, one of the absolute staples is EQ. I mean, there's really no better way to go about it. And also sidechain compression is great. Number 3. This one hits me personally hard. It took a long time to get here, but turn down the bass. You'll thank me later. Number 4, use panning. You want to have a good understanding of mixing things in stereo because everything is played in stereo naturally, so it is a tremendous tool for separating the frequencies in your mix. There are hundreds and thousands of examples throughout music history where you will have 2 guitars harmonizing with each other. One is panned this way, one is panned the other way, and that is not only to separate them, it allows you to give your mix more dynamics and room to mix around that and occupy more things in the middle of your track. You don't want to just start panning everything hard left and hard right. It's an art within itself, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. For number 5, last one here, we got time is your friend. And what I mean by that is give your mixes a chance. Don't get too hung up on them. Realize when you're going in too far and pay close attention to the things that stay consistent in your mind when listening to a mix over the course of a few days and the things that constantly seem to change and stick out to you, because those are the things that you want to focus on the most. It's important not to rush a mix out, because even you could sit there and mix the same track for days, weeks, months, but you do have to stop eventually. Until you get to that point where you are very, very confident in your final mix, you got to give it time, because your ear's going to get tired. You don't want to burn them out. Keep things fresh in your head so that you're truly hearing it for what it is. That was 5 quick tips for a better mix. I'm going to have some new videos coming out soon. Let me know what y'all want to see. See ya!